Hi everyone, Gareth here at Eurovision Ireland. Very, very happy to be here to do the exclusive first live interviews with the 5 finalists at this year's Eurosong 2014 here in Ireland. Firstly, a big thank you to the people here at House on Leeson Street for allowing us to use their premises. It's a stunning, stunning bar and club venue. Check them out, housedublin.ie. Thanks guys. But to the first guest for tonight and a returning person to Eurosong, I am very happy, very pleased, and he's my brother from another mother, as I'm going to call him now, you know what I mean? It's Andrew Mann. Andrew, so good to have you back with us. How are you?
Great, thank you so much for inviting me along.
Oh, we could not do that. The man who wears the best hats in the Irish music scene, we have to get you on. Welcome back to Eurosong.
Thank you.
People will remember you from 2012 and the song Here I Am that narrowly just missed out on going to Eurovision just behind Jedward and Waterline. So if we start off with there, how was the 2012 experience for you?
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was actually the first time I sang like fully by myself on live TV, you know, and that's not easy, you know. I'm pretty calm. I've been, you know, a professional musician for a long, long time. There's very few things that'll rattle me, you know, but that night I was a little nervous, you know. When I look back at the performance, I can hear little wobbles in my voice. Overall, though, I'm really, really happy with it, you know. But the whole process was great. I really enjoyed it. Went into it knowing that I was up against Jedward, were such a massively established act. So I kind of went into it just hoping at least to come second, and we achieved that. So, you know, after it was all announced and it all was said and done, I was delighted, you know. I wasn't downhearted at all. It was just a wonderful experience. I really, really enjoyed it. I got a real taste for it then, you know.
You got bitten by the Eurovision bug then, obviously. Yeah. And the talent show bug, because obviously following on from Eurosong 2012, we then got to see you again in The Voice of Ireland.
That's right.
A whole other ball game as well, but you got to the live shows and you did very well in the contest. How did that whole experience go for you, and how did it feel, and how different was it from Eurosong?
It was great. I mean, I had been working on an album for a couple of months before I decided to do that, and I was really weighing it up. Is this going to be a good thing? Should it? Maybe not, you know. I know that doing the Eurosong in 2012, it took me, like, you know, as a performer to another level. When you have to deliver on live television, you know, it helps you bring up your game. And with The Voice, I was toying with the idea, do it, will I do it, won't I do it, you know. I just kind of said, look, this could be a great opportunity, you know. And I loved the format of The Voice as well. I loved that it was all based on that. And I really, when the preparations were being made for it, I was really like, look, this is the song I want to do. This is the way I want to do it. I've done my research. I've watched the other shows. I've been able to pick, you know, people's blind auditions that I bet you they won in the States. I bet you that guy won. And he did, you know. I was able to, like, do my research in that regard. You don't do a big rock song in your blind audition. You do something very heartfelt, very intimate, and I really picked and did a version of Payphone, which is up on YouTube at the moment. And that's like way over 100,000 views now, you know. And to me, as a musician, that's one of my proudest moments, you know. I'm so pleased with that blind audition, you know, and it's a brilliant calling card. I didn't know how it was going to go, you know. It starts off quite high, then, you know, I'm able to get into the full voice for the choruses, and then it goes, you know, into that falsetto bit, and I said, I wanted all 4 of them. I was just like, I have to get all 4, you know. And when the Brezzy turns down, you can see really this big smile. It wasn't just because he turned around, it was just, I got all 4, you know. That's how I was feeling. And then all the beautiful things that they said as well, you know, they were so encouraging. I was genuinely, like, quite emotional in it, you know. So The Voice, it was brilliant. It was one of those things, like, you know, doing that, and then the battles were quite nerve-wracking. But then when I got into the live shows, I really enjoyed them, you know. You're standing at the edge of the stage, and you're going, I'm about to sing live in front of 700 odd, whatever, you know, the times were about 700,000 people. And that'll, you know, you have to be in a very, you know, specific headspace to do that. But I remember standing there, and I had this little mantra. I was just kind of going, you know, this is where you want to be. this is what you want to do. You know, you can sing, now get out there and do it. And I was actually kind of like, you know, like a caged tiger. I wanted to get out there and sing, you know, and I just loved it, and it was great. You know, I was Paddy Power's odds-on favourite, like from the second my blind audition went out until I went out, you know, I was Paddy Power's absolute hands down odds-on favourite to win, you know. So I was disappointed not to get it, you know, but if you look at the research, a Dubliner has never won. They don't, you know. It's kind of the region that I don't know what it is, you know. But a Dubliner, it was the All Ireland Talent Show before it was, and then it was Eurosong or Eurostar before that. Dubliners never got it, you know. So, I was hoping with the new format that it would work that out. But anyway, overall, it was a fantastic experience, and it did once again help me bring up my, you know, level of professionalism, and I was just proud of. See, the person I always try to impress most is myself, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I am my own absolute hardest critic. I really, really am. But I know when I've kind of impressed myself, you know, I know others will get it, but I am very hard on myself. But I walked away from that really proud of the performances.
I would say you didn't just walk away from it, you danced away from it, because then you ended up in the middle of the dance floor with some very funky dance moves, which you know that I wrote about your funky dance moves because I didn't see them coming, but when they came I was going, hey, good man himself, bring them on, let's bring a bit more, you know. And you still owe me a night out in the tiles for that.
Yes,
you said we would do that.
Yes, many pints.
But you went on and you released that EP, which went on to be top 10 in Ireland. Congratulations on that. But again, that showed us a whole other variety of music that people might not have, you know, if they had only seen you, say, on Eurosong, they would have been slightly, oh, wait, this is a, you know, a different type of sound to that. Do you think that's one of the reasons that potentially brought you back to Eurosong 2014, with the fact that you seem to have, just from speaking to you now, you have such one passion for your music, passion for your craft, and you really enjoy the whole creative element of the process.
Absolutely.
Was that one of the drawing factors to bring you back into Eurosong 2012? 14, sorry.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Very good point, actually, and well spotted, because Middle of the Dance Floor was actually, I wrote that as a bit of fun. You know, I'm a rocker at heart, you know. My favourite bands are like U2 and the Kings of Leon. I love that type of music, you know. And I kind of wrote that song as a bit of fun. And it kind of sat there for a year or two, and I imagined selling it on to maybe Boyzone or if Westlife, it's like kind of maybe going in that direction, you know. But then doing the Eurosong thing, I think right now it's the golden age of pop music. You know, pop music is incredible at the moment. The songwriting, the production, everything from Beyonce and all of those acts. You know, I'm a massive fan of the script. You know, and they would be kind of more pop kind of thing. You know, and I kind of going, why am I loving? I'm loving this music. You know, because it's so well written, so hooky, so well produced. And after doing Eurosong, which is, I don't know, it wouldn't have been something maybe on my radar. You know, like years ago, I don't know, but like I was like, yeah, let's do this. I want to give this a go and see what happens. After that, I was kind of like, do you know what? Middle of the Dance Floor. That is a rocking tune. It's a pop song. It's addictive. It's good fun. So I want it. I want it for me. I'm going to keep this one. You know. And it was actually after Eurosong that I made that decision. And I knew that it was radio friendly, you know, and then with releasing it and it going top 10, it went really, really well, you know. So I'm still hoping like that no matter what happens, win, lose or draw as regards the upcoming Eurosong, you know, we might re-release it. I've got a whole album ready to go, and it's more songs in that sort of vein. So we'll kind of see what happens, you know.
Well, speaking of Eurosong, we know that you've been mentored by Cormac Battle. And we also know that Cormac has written the song.
Yeah.
So can you tell us firstly, what's the name of your song?
Sure. The song I'll be performing on the 28th of February is a song called Be Mine.
Be Mine.
And it's written by Cormac. Yeah, the song is about, he told me it's loosely about, you know, his wife, I think lost a baby kind of far into the term or something like that, you know, but you know, that was That was kind of maybe his way of dealing with it a little bit, but he did actually sit down to write a passionate sort of pop song. You know, he really wanted, I think, you know, that was in his head, but the lyric in it is incredible. You know, the words, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of this life. Could you be mine? You know, and it's like a battle cry, and it's a very positive lyric. You know, coming from a situation that was quite heartbreaking, you know, you pick yourself up. You know, you get yourself together, you move on, and actually his wife just gave birth to a beautiful baby boy there, I think 2 days ago, a boy called Charlie. So, you know, it's the phoenix from the ashes, and that and I love the song, because I am somebody who I'd consider myself very fearless. You know, I love my life, I love my job, I get to sing 5-6 nights a week. So, you know, it's not like I'm standing up there pretending that, you know, I'm not afraid, you know, or anything like that. I'm actually standing up there going, I'm not, and it's okay for you not to be either, you know. It's like, take it day by day. You know, life has this habit of just working itself out, you know. So I love the lyric of the song, you know, and there is a very much an emotional core in the middle of it, but you know, that's kind of the gist of it.
For people who obviously weren't able to look at us, we've been chatting for half an hour before we went on camera. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I know that you were saying that the Cormac was very good to you and allowed you the freedom to explore different avenues within the song and to try and put your own little twist on things. Yeah. Again, that obviously is something very important for you as well, because you're a true musician at the end of the day. You know, you gig 6-7 nights a week, and people don't know that, you know. So that's obviously, would that be, you know, right in saying that having that encouragement and freedom from Cormac to have a go at it?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I would just want to be able to be part. Yeah, but the creative process is important, but massively important to me. But actually, just being able to walk out on stage on the Late on the 28th, I just want to go out with a song that I just feel so passionate about. And when Cormac gave me the song, he gave me sort of a rough demo. He did a fantastic vocal. Cormac is a brilliant singer, by the way. He was in Curb Dog in the 90s, and, you know, very successful. And he's a ball of energy. He's a great guy and a great singer. He put a brilliant vocal on. I was kind of going, wow, I'm going to have a tough time getting a better one, you know. But just structurally, there was like a middle eight in it that was just an instrumental when I heard it. And then, you know, the last two choruses were very much sung the same as they had been at the start. And I was going, we need a money note here. We need something that really lifts this off like a rocket. It's a beautiful song, brilliant melody, moves along great. It keeps you going, nice hooks in it. But then when it goes to that middle eight, I was just like, let me record, just press record and let me just sing whatever comes out of my mouth. And it was actually the first take of what I did. I just went for this note that I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just like, let's see what happens here. And you'll hear it. You're going to hear it, you know, on the night. This money note that just, and it's the top of my range as well, right up there. And he was kind of going, yeah, I really like it, you know, him and the engineer working on it. We worked on it in Joe Elliott's studio from Def Leppard. And their in-house engineer was there, Ronan. And he did a fantastic job on it. And then the last, because it went to such a height in the middle eight, we had to do something with those last two choruses. And we were wondering, will we do a key change? And they're like, oh no, not a key change, you know, and we're allergic to those. And I was going, we have to do something. And it's actually interesting, even though we don't do a key change, it sounds like there's one. The song does lift for those last two choruses. And I remember coming back a week later to listen to the finished song, and I was actually sitting there with like a lump in my throat, objectively listening to it. I wasn't listening to me, I was listening to that voice coming out through the speakers, and just the hairs on my I shouldn't talk it up too much, but just, you know, being my own hardest critic, I was just surprised, you know, that I was lumping my throat, just quite emotional, going, wow, I can't believe it. You know, I was worried. I genuinely worried kind of going into your song. A, I don't know if there's going to be a massively established act in this, and B, am I going to like the song? You know, and thankfully it looks like quite a level playing field at the moment. It's all there for anyone's taking, which is brilliant. And I couldn't love the song more than I do. Absolutely love it.
That makes half the difference. You know what I mean? You're almost halfway there when you can identify with the song and enjoy singing the song. I know there's no plans as of yet to release the song, but hopefully closer. Hopefully, definitely. Well. We do know it'll be on SoundCloud, and we do know it'll be on Spotify. I believe you're going to be making a video.
We are. We have a few ideas at the moment, and which will literally happen this week, you know. But I don't want to jinx it. But there's a really, really brilliant idea that we have, and I'm just hoping that I can get it together. But there will be a video accompanying the song, no matter what. So I mean, I have a Facebook page, Andrew Mann, if people want to find me there. I have a Twitter account, musicman123, and that's a man with 2 N's. I'm sure people may or may not know that. And I'm on Instagram as well. And my website is andrewmanmusic.com. So you can find me on any of those. So, you know, please, anyone get in touch. I'd love to hear from you.
For everybody out there, I'll put all the links to all of those that Andrew just said there at the bottom of this video, right underneath here. Just click, 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 you know. Andrew, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate this. And for everybody out there, Andrew is actually going to leave us now and go gig, right? So he came, redid his schedule so he could come and meet us. So Andrew, thank you so much. I am looking forward to hearing the song on the night. I have no doubt whatsoever that you're going to put in another great performance. I am still looking for my night out in the town. I have not forgot that. So
don't you worry, don't you worry. It's going to, no matter win, lose or draw, we're going out. Yeah,
that's what I like to hear. And thirdly, I need a hat for the occasion, so absolutely. Bring me along one.
Okay, I'll pick out a special one.
Andrew, thank you so much, and the very best of luck in Eurosong 2014. Thank you very much. And everybody tune in on February the 28th on the Late Late Show, which is on a Friday evening. We'll give you all the details for that, and make sure that, obviously, if Andrew's your favourite song, make sure to pick up the phone and vote for him. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you. Vote song 4. Thank you.